is Locomotion, and I've been working on natural locomotion in the ARIES. As you can see, I'm currently walking around. Not only am I able to just freely run around, but the height I'm currently is also adjusting based upon where I'm at on the hill. This will allow us to never clip the ground, etc. as I'm walking around the room. There's also a built-in teleport menu of a whole bunch of different locations that tracks relative position as well, depending on where you are standing, to help adjusting off right to a wall. So as an explanation of that, currently, if I'm standing right here, and let's say I go to the church, and then I'm going to walk in this direction, I'm going to walk until I get an error message, which I'll go to in a second. You'll see that the error message currently stays because I'm in a spot. And you can see how the log cart's a lot closer now. So I go back to the church, and I walk right by here, and I go back to the log cart. The error message is gone, and I'm actually farther from the log cart because it's completely relative to where they are, so they never crash into a wall. There's currently 5 locations: the log cart, the town, which you can kind of explore right through. You can see it'll be too close to the desk at all. It'll give me an error message, like if I try to get up here, like, oh no, right there. And it's gone. You can freely roam around everywhere. There's the path, which is a lot lower of an area. Sometimes the performance can be somewhat hesitant. There's one issue with frame skipping currently, but it's not, from what I've seen, it's mostly due to performance in the actual headset. It might just be low frame rate, is my current speculation, because it seems to happen mostly when I move, like when I pan my camera, like turn around like this, and not when I go from side to side. It tends to clip a lot less, especially in less lighty areas, unlike this area which has a lot of foliage. There's the church that I've been to a couple times. You can see right there, there is the church. This is the church. We also have the trees, which is just a bunch of little tiny trees on a slope. I found that it doesn't work as well on some steeper hills, just because it can be a little bit disorienting if I kind of shift. But there tends to not really be a lot of clipping outside of skipping instead of whenever I'm moving around like that. That's more so what causes it. And also another thing to probably note as well is the bounding box system as well. If you walk too far, you will collide to the thing. Text will appear, and the text will follow based upon wherever you take the headset to help keep people in place.
Okay, so in the VR point, we have a function which sets the Z value every tick to keep the player at the same height from the ground. And then it also tracks the player camera and then shoots line trace from a really high point to a really low point to get the Z value from below the camera. And this is done like this because when the player moves around, the VR point doesn't. So physics-based options wouldn't work. It uses a separate line trace channel, so it only can hit the ground and not other objects. So with the teleport function, we replaced it with an invisible static mesh actor, and then it can be adjusted easily in the viewport. It also contains a bounce component. So with the menu, we used to select a point of interest and then teleport there. Yeah. And then it's very easy to add, change, and then remove teleport locations as well.
On the bounce component, this spawns BP bounce at the location of the teleport mesh that is invisible. We set the location twice due to a bug, and this will automatically adjust the location of the bounce when you change the teleport location in the viewport. So on the BP bounce, We created an invisible static mesh. When player walks into it, a text spawns telling them they are going the wrong way. This text will stay in front of the camera until the player walks back in bounds. This bound size can be changed by scaling the static mesh components. That change will apply to every teleport location due to the bounds component.